If you get a vest and you're going to surf big waves, like really big waves, there's a couple of things that you also need to have acquired before you acquire the vest. And that is strength, breath holding skills, and flexibility. I know you can go one step further, and that is ability, instinct, intuition, and a very deep knowledge of the wave that you're going to surf. I think one of the most important things is to really take your training seriously. Get your cardio up, get your lung capacity maxed out, and continue to work on your lung capacity, because it's like any muscle. If you don't use it all the time, it gets weak. So the training is really important. I do a lot of bicycle riding for cardio, as well as hip flexibility, yoga, stretching, strength training, using a total gym. I love the total gym. You work with your own weight, and there's so many different applications that strengthen every part of your body. Now that you've got your body strong, you need time in the water, time in big waves. One of the things that I have always looked at is that waves break the same way, whether they're 6 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, 25, 30, 40. The only difference is the mass of water that's moving. And all waves break the same. The dynamic of a wave breaking is the same. But you have to learn to get up to speed with each of those conditions. And the only way that you can do that is surfing all conditions and putting yourself out in very demanding conditions and not making mistakes. You can't make mistakes if you're going to surf Mavericks. So if you're making mistakes in 10-foot waves, maybe you should rethink your timeline about surfing Maverick. What I consider a mistake in surfing is not making a wave, putting yourself in a bad position. You break a board, you probably made a mistake. It's okay to make mistakes in 4-foot waves, 8-foot waves, even 10-foot waves. But when it comes to Mavericks, you really don't want to be making mistakes. You want to be successful in the waves you catch, in riding them and making it to the channel. And many times the unforeseen happens. Somebody drops in on you, you get stuffed. There's a boat wake that takes you out in the bowl. There's many different scenarios where you end up wiping out. What I don't want it to be is a false sense of security, because it's not going to save you from that really bad mistake that you make. And if you make a bad mistake and you need the vest, it'll be there, but it's also endangering other people's lives that are going to try and rescue you. So I think that it's really important to have the skills, the ability, the mind for surfing big waves. You don't want to be out there and be scared. If you're scared, that should be telling you that maybe you should rethink your approach to surfing big waves. But fear, on the other hand, it's good to have fear, because fear is what's going to keep you alive. Fear is going to help you recognize the things that can kill you. When you're training breath holds in a pool, you always have a spotter. You're never both training breath holds at the same time. Even in your living room, doing it sitting down. I mean, that kind of thing. You don't want to pass out and fall into something and hurt yourself. It's really important to have safety in the forefront of your mind. Always looking out for the other guys, keeping an eye on who's taking off, who's made it, who's not made it. So the vest is just, it's something that you don't want to have to rely on, but if something happens, it will help you. But nothing, no vest or inflation of any kind is going to replace good training, good work to strengthen your ability to deal with the ocean.